2, 1.
Welcome to Antimatters.
Hello everyone. Today I thought I'd make a little video about all of the ants that I think I'll be focusing on this year. I've decided that I'm not going to try and make videos on all of my ants. I'm just going to pick a certain few of them and really focus on them a bit more. Then I can make less videos but kind of keep up to date with a few species better. First up on this list is a Lasius niger colony. This is my 2-queen one.
It's a weird story. I was walking down the street one day, and you know, I'll be looking at asses and shit. And so I looked, I peeped the ass out, and I was like, damn, she thick as fuck. Double cheeked up on a Thursday afternoon, hella ass, the sun is still out.
By the time I get this video out, there'll already be another video on these girls. But I absolutely think they're brilliant, and they're so fat. Like, I've never had a set of queens that have got this fat before. I'm going to keep filling them up with food, and they have since shrank down a little bit after laying about 10 billion eggs. But these girls are seriously fat, and I think they're seriously cool as well. These are an artificial 2-queen colony, and over the season we'll have to see if they remain 2-queen. I think they will, but it's anyone's guess as to what's actually going to happen. Drop a comment below with what you think will happen with them. We'll also have to see how long their little wide pop-off lasts them. It's got quite a lot of room at the minute. However, I think once these cocoons start coming through and the next cycle of brood happens, it's going to be packed. You'll have to wait and see though. Next up, the Myrmica rubra. This colony has been chucking out surprises recently. Initially, I thought I had a 2-queen colony of Myrmica rubra. However, more and more queens keep popping up. As you can see here, there's one on the southern cockroach, one on the northern cockroach, and one in between them. That makes at least 3 queens, and I swear I've seen a 4th and a 5th as well. It'll be interesting to see what the final count is. They may have inbred a little bit and maybe produced some more, but I didn't see any elates, and normally you see the horrible little males being pests. These girls though have got off to a great start this year and have already begun producing loads of eggs. As you can see, they've got a major haul inside of this chamber. I can't wait to see how they grow though. I'm hoping I can really make them explode in numbers. Along with these girls in their semi-dirt setup, I guess, is another colony of Myrmica rubra that are fully artificial. These girls are inside of a Gen 4 Wakushi setup. It seems to be holding the moisture really well, and they're big fans of the gypsum, these girls. As you may be aware, Myrmica rubra love humidity. The only downside to this setup is the dark little tube between the nest and the outworld. Loads of them hide inside of it. I'd say there's at least twice as many as there is outside here, inside of this little tube, all packed up in there. I have no idea if they've got much brood, but there is a few larvae. These should develop really quickly when they fully come out of hibernation. Next colony, the amazing Formica fusca. These girls are absolutely going to boom. They've started their first wave of brood mega early, which means that they should get maybe an extra cycle in this year. I'm not sure how big I can get this colony because a lot of places say that Formica fusca don't get absolutely humongous, but they say that about theyl pallidula as well, and they absolutely do get massive, so maybe the Formica fusca can get into the tens of thousands. They're currently residing in a Gen 4 Wakushi nest as well. This one is a limited edition one from Antcon, that's why it's all shiny, but there's plenty of them inside. They've got at least 2 queens too. This year I'd also like to cover my leaf cutters more, because, well, I spend loads of time looking at them, but not a lot of time making videos on them, and they're very photogenic ants. This is the acros, and at the minute they're doing really well. They've filled up a whole chamber now with fungus. I decided to up their feeding for winter, and they literally just ate everything I could give them and have turned it all into fungus. They have been being a bit naughty recently though, and regularly escape. They're quite funny though. If you catch them escaping and kind of look at them, or maybe blow a little bit, they'll stay dead still, so you can't see them. Along with the acros is the atta, actually looking pretty bad. At this time they just suffered a massive dieback after I gave him some bad layers, and the fungus had basically gone to about 1/8 of the size it was. They've since managed to double it from what it was, though, and it's kind of definitely heading in the right direction now. To try and cancel out all of the death, I just shoveled in so many bramble leaves. As this colony is getting quite old now, I think they're at least 3, I'm hoping this year they'll make some elates. I want to try and inbreed them. The final colony I'd like to follow this year comes from theantmerchant.com. I only recently got these girls, and they were sent over super fast from the Netherlands. Safe to say I'm super happy with the customer service and everything, and yep, the ants came perfectly fine. I got some free tweezers. I really like the little sleeve they came in as well. 10 out of 10 would recommend the Ant Merchant, especially as Stein, he's been in the ant community for years now, and he's always been such a positive part of it. Let's have a look at the ants though. I ordered a 1 queen and I can't remember if it's like 30 workers or something colony, and I was well happy when they turned up. I take a look inside and what do I see? Not 1 queen, but 2 queens. Major bonus. I've really missed Polyrhachis dives though, after having quite a few colonies, but the last couple I've had, they both failed. These girls though, don't seem to be having any of the issues that the last ones had, and already they've developed quite a lot of eggs and a few larvae and have begun weaving silk actually now. I tried to give them this little custom tube where I thought I'll give them an insert and they'll like that because it's a bit restricted more. After putting it in there and leaving it for a while, it turns out they didn't like it that much. Even when it was darkened, they weren't that interested either. So these are the colonies that I'm hoping to follow this year. I hope you enjoyed this little update and are looking forward to the coming season as much as I am. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Have a fabulous week. May your ants live long and prosper. Until next time. Bye.